Welcome to the Wally Show precast, podcast, and postcast, all rolled into one because we were doing our Hope Happens event with Compassion International. And oh my goodness, what a day to finish.
Hope happened.
It did. It's absolutely amazing, man. We set out with a goal of 2,000 kids to get them matched up with sponsors. And we had some potties jump in there and sponsors. So I'm very thankful for you if you did that. And it was really cool because we came in today and we needed a few hundred kids to get to that goal of 2,000, and we got that and then some during our show even, and it was just at one point we had 90 kids sponsored in 1 hour, which has never been done before, so it was really, really cool to be a part of.
And it's still going. I mean, people are still getting involved because even though we hit the goal, there's still so many lives that could stand to be changed, so you could still do that.
I would have loved it if 2,000 was the magic number to end poverty, but not the case. And but thank you to everybody that's still continuing, and thank you to you potties that got involved, and you can still do so at allwally.com. We're going to have that link up for a little bit because I think there's great value in getting as many of these kids matched up with a sponsor as possible, which makes this next segment really, really hard for me to talk about, so I probably don't want to talk about it right now. Virgin Atlantic. Cannot stand that airline. So now anytime I complain about anything right after a Compassion thing,
First world problem.
I know. But okay, we'll just do it. So I found the world's worst airline recently, Virgin Atlantic. We're flying to London, and I was all excited about that. It's a vacation. We're taking my daughter there because she's graduating, so kind of a cool trip for us as a family. And we booked it through Delta. And Delta, I have like status with them. It's great. They've been awesome. And so they have a partner that goes across there, and it's Virgin Atlantic. I was all excited about this. So then I start reading some of the things. Virgin Atlantic on international flights, you can only take one bag. And usually international is multiple, like 2, or if you have status, like 3. And so, okay, one bag, all right, whatever. But then we go to book our seats, okay? They are charging you to book your seat early for any seat, normal seats, not first class, not economy comfort, just a regular middle seat. They charge you $40 each to book your seat.
40?
40 each on each trip. So that's $120. That's $240 if I want to sit with my family. Virgin Atlantic, you are horrible people.
So you could either sit with your family on a flight or sponsor a kid for almost like a whole year?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Thanks for putting that into perspective. But I mean, honestly, like airlines are nickel and diming you to death these days, and this is just another example of this. And it's such bad customer service.
All I'm hearing is you're getting another sponsor kid. Congratulations.
No.
What if it means when you show up to the airport, all the seats are available, and so you easily just find 3 together and you're fine?
I see that, but how many times you easily find 3 seats together?
And on the normal model you don't, but maybe on this model you do because no one's going to pay that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate that. I like when I'm traveling with my family, I like knowing we have seats together. Like I just because you get on some flights where you're like, hey, can we switch seats because we got my family here, and people are like, no. Most times people are nice, but every once in a while you get that person that's like, no.
What if God just wants to spread your mission field on that plane? There are so many people that
are you regretting that you just missed?
Pretty much,
and you can tell those new people that you're sitting next to about your 5th sponsor child.
Yes.
I absolutely hate you two right now.
I understand you,
Thank you,
Wally.
Rob.
But I don't understand what's the money going towards, because usually if they're charging you for something, that means it's a pain on their part.
Right, like
but
baggage.
How could that be a pain to them?
It doesn't. It's just another revenue stream for them. It's
free
maddening.
market at its finest, because if they can get away with it, if that's the demand, then they're going to make money, and they should. They're in the business to make money.
Ugh.
And if it doesn't work, they won't make money, and they'll be out of business, and that's free market.
I would not fly them by choice. Just on this alone, I would do everything I could to run that airline out of business right now. I'm that upset about it. And so, but I don't have that kind of power.
So
I wish I did.
does this mean that you're going to spend the $40? Or
no, I'm not going to spend the $40.
So you're really going to take your chances?
Yes, I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not paying for that. That's insane. Like you don't own me, Virgin Atlantic.
Oh my gosh, I got a feeling that the people on the flight are not going to hear the end.
Oh no, we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna try one last ditch effort. I'm gonna call somebody and try to appeal to their human side and be like, look, can you just give me some seats with my family, like right now, and we'll see.
I mean, I did think it was ridiculous that they have credit card swipers by the bathroom doors.
Yes,
like it's $25 a trip.
Yeah, and I was all excited about flying this airline because I thought it would be cool, and now hashtag you've ruined my trip.
Oh,
hashtag wham.
Yeah, hashtag Virgin Atlantic boo.
Hashtag ruin my vacation to London.
I know. All right. I don't like any of you. Now, Betty Rock, you're still my favorite. But the other
And
two...
I'm not laughing with them at all.
Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. All right, so yeah, I knew that was it.
Is that your ambulance coming?
Yes. I knew that was a bad time to bring that up, unfortunately.
Are you going to London or to Paris? Because Paris has really good cheese and wine.
Yeah. Okay, let's get off of this. I got on a little rant there that makes me look silly. Okay, so Burker, what do you got for us?
So
you know what I got for you? It's the news.
Yeah,
it's the news. Everybody get ready and don't you snooze, cause it's Becca with the news.
Yeah.
There you go.
I feel so bad for you on that Virgin Atlantic flight.
Thank
I'm so
you.
sorry.
Thank you. All week long, Betty's gotten a jingle, and Becca has been so jealous. And
Because the jingle says, and Becca's the worst.
I know, yes, and Betty always adds that in. So, all right, so let's do some news.
Last night was the most recent Republican debate, and the last one before the primaries begin. Donald Trump did not show up as promised.
True to his word.
True to his word. But interestingly enough, back a couple years ago in 2012, Trump was set to moderate a debate himself. And at the time, a lot of the candidates had refused to participate because of that. And he had some choice things to say about them.
So far, only Newt Gingrich and Rick Santorum have agreed.
We're not seeing a lot of courage here, are we?
Not so far.
Not lots of courage. You know,
Are you
these
still gonna do
Republicans,
it if
they're
it's
supposed
just
to be
those two?
brave.
That's funny. Like, yeah, man, when you're a public figure, everything you say is recorded and can come back to bite you.
And the ironic part is that was an interview with
Megyn Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah, the girl that he's boycotting the current interview or the current debate about, which is so funny.
Even though he wasn't there last night, he still definitely came up in the debate.
Oh, no.
Before we get to the issues, let's address the elephant not in the room tonight. Donald Trump has chosen not to attend this evening's presidential debate. What message do you think that sends to the voters of Iowa?
I'm a maniac, and everyone on this stage is stupid, fat, and ugly. And Ben, you're a terrible surgeon.
Oh, is that
That's Ted Cruz impersonating Donald Trump.
That's so funny.
I don't think that is a fair question.
Right. Well, here's the thing, though, too. Like, she goes, Megyn Kelly, because they had a feud because he had said something that she said was not nice about her. Like, he felt that it was a low blow. But when she goes, let's address the elephant not in the room, had he said that about her, it would have been like, oh, he's calling her fat. He's calling her an elephant. Like, he can't win. He's a victim. I feel bad for him. Poor Donald.
She was calling him a Republican.
Yes. Poor Donald.
Also during the debate last night, Marco Rubio responded to a question in kind of an interesting way.
Time magazine once called you the Republican savior.
Well, let me be clear about one thing. There's only one savior, and it's not me. It's Jesus Christ, who came down to earth and died for our sins. And I've always made that clear about that cover story.
Didn't see that coming. He kind of Jesus juked that a little bit because that's not what they meant. But I mean, he's using that as a chance to, be open about his faith, which is good. That's really good. I've always wondered this, though. If you're an atheist, how freaked out are you about like people running the country that are like, oh, I believe in this Jesus character that you don't have any connection with at all? Like that would have to, if you're an atheist, would have to freak you out a little bit.
Because that's one thing, no matter what side of the party people are on, I think people expect the president to be on some sort of level with God and go to church to some capacity.
Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. You expect that person to have faith because it's such a big part of our heritage.
Well, and even with Mitt Romney last time, like there were parts of me that, like there's some things about the Mormon faith that just don't make sense to me. And I'm like, how could I vote for a man that believes these, to me, crazy things, Right. But that's exactly how an atheist would feel about a Christian.
Yeah, and because I was thinking about that, because for us, it's all just ingrained in us, and we all cheer that. We're like, yeah, that's awesome. Good for him. He's taking a stand for his faith. But if you don't share that faith, you have to be thinking, wow, this is the guy that has the keys to the nuclear bomb. That concerns me, But that's the part of living in a world where we're a free world where we can all have our views and our opinions, and they're all equally valid, which is great. You can feel whatever you want to feel. But
I do think as an atheist, I would still be encouraged by the fact that someone's anchored to some moral code. Yeah, I think I would respect that at least.
Yeah, because the code of Hammurabi is so outdated. So at least this is a good code to be part of. If you got to be part of a code, if I'm an atheist, I would take that one too.
The other day, a school in Nebraska had to be evacuated. They had to call the bomb squad because there was something suspicious in the music room. Turned out it was an accordion.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is suspicious that anyone is still playing the accordion. Sorry, Brant.
Was it in like a suit? Because often they come in like cases. That
Yes,
look
it wasn't.
Like...
It wasn't the case, so people thought it was suspicious looking. But at the same time, shouldn't you know what's in your music room?
Yeah, you know what that was? Those stupid trombone players. They set up the accordion guy. I guarantee you. They're like, hey, look, it's a bomb over there. They knew what it was. But the accordion guys have never got along with trombone guys historically in band situations. It's true. There's a hierarchy in band. Who here has been in band? Me.
I was a trombone player.
I was in the...
Were you really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Wow, you guys are the worst.
I hated being a trombone, but I wanted to switch to drums because we didn't have drums in the 5th grade when I started. So it was like, do a year trombone, then switch to drums. But I was too good. He won't let me switch.
I never knew you played trombone.
Trombone is not the path to drums, for the record.
Yes.
No, but drums were at least cool.
Yeah, like the drummers, they were always the cool kids in the band.
Rebels.
They'd always have their sticks in their back pocket carrying their book, like, yeah, I got this. And so, yeah, I wanted to be a drummer, and I ended up playing saxophone.
Ah.
Yeah, and my best friend. Yeah, but hey, I at least wasn't a trombone player. Yeah, so I played saxophone, and I remember I got to first chair. If you know anything about band, like first chair is the best person in the band in that section. And so I got to first chair because you have to have like band battles basically, and that's how we did it. Is you would go up against somebody, and if you were more proficient, you would get first chair. Well, everyone didn't show up one time. And I think my band director wanted to prove a point because there were like 3 other people that were so much better than me, and he made me first chair because they didn't show up. I got it by default, and then I lost it the next week.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he drove a point home though.
I was never in band, but I was in flute choir. So it was just
What is flute choir?
It's a band of flautists.
Oh, wow.
There are like 8 of us.
Wow. Was it organized by the school, or did you guys just do this?
Oh no, it was the youth flute choir of the Quad Cities. It was a regional thing.
What?
Yes.
Did you get a varsity letter in that?
No, I did not.
Wow.
And I didn't get any respect either.
Yeah.
Weird.
You have the Quad City DJs, and then you've got you guys as the Quad City choir, flute choir.
Well, I'm from the Quad Cities, so yeah. That's where that came from.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
We still haven't done Name Becca's Tune after we did one contest with it, and no one could guess it, even though you were amazing.
Phenomenal flautist.
Yeah, like she would sit there and learn a song like that. Like Zach and Becca both have that ability to pick something up by ear. Like the other day, there was something playing, and Zach picked up my ukulele and just started playing around with it. He was listening to it over the radio here in the station, and just started playing with it. I'm like, oh, what a great gift that is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Probably a lot better than you, and you've been practicing for years.
Ouch, those words cut.
They cut, yeah. Because I was first chair
okay.
ukulele till Zach showed up. Dang it, not again!
I can only play one string at a time, though. So.
I'm never going to be first chair anything.
Trombone player.
Yeah, see, we hate them. Oh man, is that all you got for news? You got more?
I have 2 more stories.
Let's do it
Yeah.
up! Woo, we're on a news rodeo.
Go Big Friday.
Yeah, come
everybody
on.
loves the news.
Enjoy this podcast.
Last week during the blizzard, a truck driver ended up crashing and was halfway down the side of a steep hill. So in a really scary situation. But the amazing part is the people that witnessed this, about a dozen of them helped form a human chain to get him out. And so he didn't go down with the truck.
Like those little monkeys that you link together, that
Yes.
old game when you were a kid, so they just linked their arms together and did that?
Yes, even though some people were incredible and wanted to save lives, there were others that maybe had questionable intentions during the ordeal.
Everyone just started hooking their arms together. I just knew I had to get a picture. I want to remember this because this is amazing.
Let me
weak
see.
link in the chain.
Yeah. Yes. Help be part of the human chain and save this guy's life or document it. Yeah, boy, that's tough. You see that all the time, and there's always somebody with a cell phone out taking pictures of stuff that's happening, and you're like, man, you really should probably put that down and get involved in some way. But we wouldn't have a great picture of that human chain if it wasn't for that hero. So
Yeah, it bothers me both in like tragic situations where someone should step in, but also like those really like huge human moments that you should be enjoying. Like even a great concert, when you see everyone watching the concert on their stupid little screen instead of like just taking it in.
Yeah, I like at concerts, I don't even watch the stage anymore. I'm so used to watching the jumbotrons and stuff on the side of the stage. I miss all the stuff going on, while it's happening, because I like the up close thing. That, and I'm blind as a bat. I can't see anything anyway. So.
And finally, Barbie's getting a bit of a makeover. She's now going to come in 4 different body types.
Oh.
So average, curvy, petite, and taller.
No way.
7
and
different
taller,
skin
that's
tones.
yours. You're like so happy about that.
Yeah, I know,
Yay!
right?
It's awkward, Barbie. She hasn't grown into her legs yet and she falls over. That'd be
my word.
awesome.
I can
That
already
sounds right.
see a problem with this though, because you said that there's one that's called average. Like people
Yeah.
are gonna
Yeah.
say,
I don't know.
that's not average.
I don't know if that's the officially marketed term, but that's what the reports are kind of
Yeah,
calling
you can't call it normal Barbie because then
Right.
it's like, what? Everyone else is abnormal Barbie.
So more body types, more skin tones, more eye colors, more hairstyles. It'll add up to about 33 different dolls that all have a different combination of,
Oh,
of
my
these
goodness.
things.
I sure hope they don't do this to Ken, because I don't want like a
Beer belly.
Yeah. Dad bod Ken. That would be awesome.
Hairy Ken.
He's got socks and
bald
Crocs.
Ken. Yeah, bald Ken.
That'd be
nerd
awesome.
Ken.
Peaked early Ken. Midlife crisis Ken.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Barbie, come on. Run right in the new vet.
Wears more jewelry than a woman Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be funny.
I would get that, Ken. All right, that is going to do it for the news. For the news. The news was fabuloso. For the news. For the news. Becca did a great job. Oh, so
Yeah.
now it's on to the Betty Rock Show. The Betty Rock Show. Betty is the best in the whole wide world. The Betty Rock. No, I'm just
At least we got a jingle. I don't even care at this point.
It's
Whatever.
not done.
All right, Betty. All right, Betty Rock. Make with some least of these.
Well, the cast for this season's Celebrity Apprentice has been announced.
I
and
love the Celebrity Apprentice.
of course, Donald Trump is not going to be a part of this season.
I will hate the Celebrity Apprentice. He made that show great.
I know, but Arnold Schwarzenegger is taking over.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
Get to being fired.
Yeah.
Well, I think they did say that NBC claims that he's going to have a new catchphrase, so that's going to be interesting.
I was thinking about this on the way into work today because I had heard this story and I thought, is he going to say, "You're fired," or will he do like, "You are not the apprentice"?
You're terminated.
Oh, he does that.
or you will not be back. There's so many that it could be.
Or get to the chopper. And the chopper flies him away.
Yes, I love it.
So there's going to be 16 celebrity competitors. Some of them are former boxer Layla
Ali. Layla Ali.
Yeah.
Only the daughter of the most famous boxer ever.
Yeah,
Layla Ali.
yeah,
Prince
that
Ali.
girl.
No, Prince Ali. Aliyah Baba. No, Muhammad
And then
Ali.
former Dancing with the Stars host Brooke Burke, former NFL running back Eric Dickerson, also Boy George and
gee.
Snooki.
Snooki from Snooki.
What did I say?
Snooki.
Snooki?
Yeah, Snooki from.
That's
what
what
was
I
it?
said.
No, you said Snooki.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, if you're doing the podcast, rewind a little bit and you'll hear her say Snooki. It's
Snooki.
cute. Snooki.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You just said Snooki again. Say snu.
Snuh.
Say key.
Key.
Now say Snooki.
Snooki.
There it is.
She's a singer, right?
Yeah, we covered
She
that in
goes
the
with crowns.
Yeah, we covered that in the podcast the other day. Betty Singer. Oh
my
goodness.
Okay.
All right. So what else you got?
Earlier this week, Oprah revealed that she made $12 million on a 30-second video of her talking about her love of bread for Weight Watchers. But it turns out that bread is not her only weakness. She claims, "I have been controlled by potatoes for 40 years.
Well, who hasn't?
Any kind of potato. But she's breaking the chains of this addiction thanks to Weight Watchers. Her tactic, counting out 10 potato chips and then putting up the bag.
It's almost impossible. Because I've done Weight Watchers before, and you can still eat what you want. You just have to moderate it. But like I've counted it out. Like you get Pringles. I think you get 17 Pringles. Which really, when you buy Pringles, you are expected to eat the can because you can't eat.
It's a single serving, right?
Yes, it is. You can't just eat 17 of those, and then you have to put the can away and then lock it in a safe. Take that safe and then put it in concrete, and then take that concrete and bury it somewhere in your backyard, like just to have a shot at not eating that entire can.
But you seem to enjoy it so much better when you do measure it out. Like I'll put my white cheddar popcorn like on the scale in the bowl, and then I eat just every single piece all by itself, one at a time.
Yeah.
Whereas normally I stuff my face.
But don't you find yourself the next time cheating a little bit? Like if you're supposed to put like a cup in, the next time you're like a cup and a quarter.
Yes.
You know, yeah, because it doesn't satisfy. But chips are Betty's weakness too.
Oh, yes. I would pick those any day over any kind of sugary snack, any kind of cake, candy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love me some chips.
I like the chips too. Oh, have you tried the dill pickle chips?
You
Those
like
are my
you like the dill pickle
absolute
anything?
Favorite.
Yeah, I'm
Lay's
not a fan.
Dill pickle is so good.
I'll eat those when I have to. Like if you have them here and I'm starving, I'll eat those. But I wouldn't buy them by choice.
Do you eat pickles?
On a burger, if they're warm. I don't like
warm pickles.
Yeah, I don't like cold ones, like right out of the jar. That's nasty.
The Vlasic ones that you eat, like
it's just interesting that you love that flavor so much, but not the actual.
I know
pickle.
that is weird. Well, I hate tomatoes, but I love ketchup.
Yeah, I get
ketchup's
that.
the best ever, and tomatoes are just a fraud. Like you think when you get a tomato, it's going to taste like ketchup. Not even close.
Yeah, they taste like dirt.
Yeah, I don't like tomatoes. I don't like any kind of vegetable.
Justin Bieber has many haters, including some in the room.
No, we love Justin. Oh,
Great
he's the
kid.
best. What
But
amazing talent.
You can't even say that with us.
What a great singer.
Just like Snooki.
Snooki.
Hey, I've heard of her.
Snooki and Justin Bieber should do a duet and sing
They
together.
totally should. But he totally redeemed himself with an act of kindness. Wednesday night, while he was out with some friends, he noticed an older lady in the middle of the road and she was shouting. He ran to her aid, took her to a bench so she could sit down. Then he called the police, and turns
Nice.
out she had been clipped by an SUV and was knocked down. I know. So how can you hate him?
That's good. No, that's good. Like, he's a kid, honestly, that he grew up with morals and faith and this, that, and the other, and he got caught up in this big world of, excess. And I think I think he struggles with that. I think he loses his way and then comes back around, and loses his way and comes back around. Like, I lived that whole life. Like, I know that cycle, and I get it. There are levels of me that feel bad for him, because when you attain that kind of fame early, you spend the rest of your life trying to hold on to it or exceed it. And I don't think he'll ever have that again.
And he was introduced to a lot of those lifestyles at a really impressionable age too. Like I feel bad for him, honestly, and I hope that he does turn his life around fully.
I don't think you can divine anybody's life by, one time in their life or by one action in their life. And so as much as I can't stand his music,
Sure.
I don't. I love it, actually. No, but I think that he's like a kid that I'm still pulling for, that you'll see him come back around and, kind of get things back together. And I think he has the ability to do great things, and he's done some really cool things, in the name of his faith. And then he'll go through and do something dumb that kind of undermines it. But don't we all do that at some point in time on some level? I think we all do. So I'm still pulling for the kid. And I would love it if he just stopped making music. Like, do something else. Like, be a race car driver. That'd be fun.
Race car driver.
Yeah, he loves to speed.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yes,
gets
that's
arrested
true.
for
That is true.
Are you done, Rock?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, on that note, I guess we will conclude our podcast here today. We are going to be back with normal shows on Monday. Yay! Because believe it or not, we actually miss doing the show. Doing the show is a lot of fun for us. It was great getting all these kids sponsored, which is amazing. And it's cool that we can set aside the show for a week to do that. But I love getting to come in here and do this every day. And so normal podcast will resume on Monday with all of us. And thank you again for being a potty.